Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. I'm Suzanne, your host, and I'm an interior designer who loves putting together designs for less. In today's video, I shopped everything at Target, not only to save you money, but also to put a challenge to myself to see if I could find a 100% absolutely traditional old money looking room, and I did. This living room, every piece in it you can buy for $2,000, and I'm going to share every piece. You'll see why I made the decisions that I did, and at the end we'll also share the paint color that we used. So let's jump into it, but please remember, if you like anything in this video and are considering buying it, use the link and the tag in this video to do so. You will be helping me so much and my channel, and I thank you for that. We're starting with a very affordable and highly regarded sofa that you can find at Target by Serta, and it's called Copenhagen. Normally Copenhagen would sound like something modern, but this does have a traditional shape, especially because of the rolled arms. So it's a 78-inch sofa, which is the perfect size. You can lay down on it with room unless you've got someone in the family that's super tall. But what's best about this, aside from it being from Serta, which means the cushions are very comfortable, it's $450.99, which is ideal if we're trying to put together a room that is super affordable like we did here. I selected the Darvis recliners by Christopher Knight Home for this design. It's nice to have a recliner in a room, whether it's traditional or modern, just so that you have more comfort for the people who are guests or your whole family. If there are 4 people in a living room and 2 of them are relaxing on sofas, it's nice to have the other 2 people in the room. It's nice for them to have a chance to prop their feet up as well in a very comfortable way. So this achieves that. Now these recliners do have some modern lines. The fact that they are navy and that they have the walnut color legs are making them very traditional. And the price is so good to get 2 recliners for $402.99. I think this is a great way to achieve all of that comfort and to save money. I chose a circular coffee table for this. This is also a piece by Christopher Knight Home. It's called the Althea coffee table. It's in dark walnut. It's $149.99, a great price for a coffee table. I love the shape of these legs. It looks great with the type of artwork that we're going to be working with. And it's a nice variation on shape. Everything else is so linear, but you'll see how the artwork and this and the throw pillows do work together very shortly. There's a very creative use of pieces to make this artwork come together, and I hope that you'll like this idea. This is something that someone can just take and run with for very little money. We've got the Brewster Balinese Peacock Scalamandre wallpaper. It's by New Wallpaper, which many of Target's wallpapers are by this brand, but then they also have several by Threshold. Now, they're all in the same price range, so you're getting 30-some square feet for $37.99. But our idea is to only use 4 cutouts of this, and you should cut out the pieces in the order that they're in. So you take one large rectangle and then cut that into 4 different pieces so that they basically would match up if you put them back together, but you're framing them and separating them in the way that we're doing it. So this is $37.99 for the roll, and then we're going to include 4 poster frames, and Target has some really interesting, very thin framed poster frames, and they're brushed brass, and each one of these are $25 each, and they're a great size to put together as 4 and to put over a bed or a sofa. I selected 2 side tables, and they're from the Threshold Studio McGee line. It's called Laguna Nigel, and it's a fluted accent table. The fluting is not like your mid-century modern fluting. It's more traditional in nature. And the fact that this is walnut is making it work very harmoniously with the rest of the pieces that we have here. Now our design has the perfect base for some beautiful lamps coming up, but also an excellent place for your guests and yourself to put your drinks and a book and your reading glasses, your whatever you're using while you're relaxing in your living room. And they're not stealing the show, but they're a very nice supporting role. However, if you did want a star for this show, we have ginger jar lamps. And these are chinoiserie lamps called Penelope, and they're by Jonathan Y. That's a brand you might see sometimes on Wayfair and other retailers. So it's not a Target brand, and I think that you could probably see that because these are super, super traditional and lovely. So for a set of two, it's $129.99. That is such a good price for a lamp of this caliber. Now, they do have brass, and the drum shade is tapered, and it's very traditional shape there. So it's 100% cotton, and there is a silk cord. Very lovely. I chose a circular walnut table to go in between the two recliners, and this is something I've been talking about a few times, at least the style. It's the Portola Hills caned furniture from Studio McGee and Threshold, and I've shown you larger pieces of this for a bedroom, which is a console, but now we've got this little petite guy. I like the idea that it's got a 360-degree attractive profile because you will be able to see it from the back depending on how your room is oriented. But I also wanted something circular because you're varying your shapes, and $150 is a great price for this piece. I was sure that I wanted a Persian rug, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to find the exact right look at Target, but I most certainly did. This is the Norison washable Astra vintage looking. They call it vintage, obviously it's not a vintage piece, Persian rug. And I selected the colors with blue and ivory, but they had a bunch of different choices for this. It's a 9x12 for $193.49. So that's a really good price for a 9x12. Just trust me on that one. So this was a great find, and I love the idea that it's washable. I would imagine you do too. A style that always looks great in a very traditional room is to have something in a trophy shape or to have an old-fashioned silver trophy itself in the room. But we're shopping at Target for this fun design, and I chose the Studio McGee trophy vases for this. There are two sizes, and I use both sizes. So we have the large size, which is $30 on the coffee table, and then we have the small, which is $15 on that round table in between the recliners. That does give you a little more room to put a lamp there if you wanted to, but I would probably put a task lamp that's like a floor lamp there, maybe, but I don't think this design needed it, so I left all of that to the side. But anyway, for this, I did chose the tall vase to put on that circular table because it gives it that nice height right up the middle of the sofa, and it takes the place of adding an extra throw pillow there. That's a little trick that you could do in your own home. If people in your family feel like, no, there's too many throw pillows in this area, you know, that is another way to give you a little bit of spice right there in the middle of the sofa. This was as unexpected to me as it was to you, but as I was looking for faux flowers that I wanted to add more height to that trophy vase, Target is not known for their faux flowers, but they do have absolutely everything on their website. So I was really digging, and these I thought were so realistic, but also this fuchsia was just fantastic. So it's a bundle of 8 for $17.99, and I think that's a great price for something that does look so realistic. It's also rather high at 14 inches, so you're going to have to play around with the stems and shorten it and all of that. I never cut my stems of faux flowers if the vase is opaque. I just bend them and twist them so that later, if I need them for a taller arrangement, I can do that. Because I didn't pick up the fuchsia color in the throw pillows, it does mean that the owner of this room would be able to switch out the colors for the seasons. So for the holidays, obviously red. In the spring, you could do a yellow or a pale pink. And in the fall, you could do a burnt orange or rust. So that's just something you could play around with. This is one of those rooms that could work perfectly year round. You don't have to switch up anything in here except for those flowers. And I think that that is one of the better things about traditional design. You don't have to change it up that much. You just stick to what your vision is, traditional, and you really don't have to do a lot of work after that. So I chose two types of throw pillows. For the first one, I wanted something larger in the background. This is very large, oversized. In fact, it's a 2020 pillow, and it's by a brand called Saro Lifestyle. So you're getting the pillow cover for $14.99. It has a zipper, and it's cotton and washable. Now, this isn't absolutely a traditional style, but I thought that it had nice texture, and the fact that it has stripes does make it traditional. It just could fall into a lot of style categories, but most importantly, it was wonderful to set off the toile pillow that you're seeing now. I selected a toile pattern for the throw pillows. These are 18 by 18, so a bit smaller than the one that's propping it up. And the price is higher than what I would have liked to pay, but this is the price for toile pillows on a number of retailers which I checked because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't finding something that was outrageously priced. So if you want something so specific like this, sometimes you have to pay extra money, and we're getting a lot of style for that extra money. All right, now toile and chinoiserie don't necessarily go hand in hand, but they can because you're thinking of the household of perhaps someone who's traveled quite a bit. And a lot of traditional homes have multiple different styles that still work in harmony because they just work together within color. And, you know, in a traditional setting, there are some hallmarks, and toile and chinoiserie are two of them. The paint color of this room is by the brand Behr, and the title of the paint is Very Navy. You can see the numbers there. The light reflective value is 6, so it means that it won't reflect a lot of light, but I think that's what you want if you make that strong choice of wanting a navy blue room. And I thought it made this design look very, very traditional beyond the pieces that were in it. So I want to thank you for watching Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, I wish you would. And if you did enjoy any of the advice or the design itself, please hit a like on this video and definitely share it with your friends who you think might need some help decorating or just who happen to love it.